You know, maybe if I had gauntlets all this time, my hands wouldn't be totally f***ed. Live and learn. The base layer of these gauntlets is 11 to 12 ounces thick, and just to be confusing, I'm using a 1/8 inch and a 1mm punch. Cut all your heavy leather out. Drill press, amazing for heavy leather. It's spinning so it doesn't catch like a regular drive punch does. Works wonders. Now, obviously you're going to want to bevel all your pieces, but make sure you use a very large beveler on all the sides except for the sides that are butting against each other. So where the curve right here, that's a 1. Just want to bevel it a little bit because once it's waxed, if you're waxing it, that edge is going to be pretty sharp and you don't want it to contribute to breaking your thread. These ones are probably about 10 ounces of leather. I beveled these a little less, 3 or 4, and then magically created a second gauntlet. I do tons of leather carving on this channel, so go check out my other videos specific on leather carving, but I do lots of Viking and Celtic knotwork. I'll link a video right here for you guys if you want more detail on leather carving. If you guys are wondering where I get all my cool music from, it's almost all exclusively from Epidemic Sound. There's a link in the description down below. Just a reminder that, as always, this pattern will be on sale at a discounted price for a limited time following the release of this video. So if there was ever a reason to make sure your notifications are set to on and the preferences set to all, this is it. What am I doing? Is that thing all on? Hey, that can't be on. Now that I've meticulously hand-stitched all these parts together, I can paint up my knotwork and prepare myself to do some more hand-stitching. The holes on this look different because I tried to use a chisel, and it sucked. So, way better to use a drive punch, and you can see here, this is me switching back to the one that I did with the drive punch. So unless it wasn't obvious, there's nothing revolutionary going on with my stitching here. The only thing I'm doing is making sure that at the beginning and end, I am doing a few loops of thread. These are for combat. I want those spots specifically to have really strong structure. That way other parts can break and it will still hold itself together for years, probably. I did a video ages ago about using a latex glove to stitch with. This here is by far a better option. They're breathable mechanics gloves. I've got a link in the description for these as well. Maybe go check them out. They are a lifesaver, and my hands have been terrible for a while. I'm glad I finally figured these out. I stitched the front fingertip portion here on the wrong hand, and I don't figure that out until after I've waxed it, so then I've got to go back, cut it free after it's hardened and waxed, and stitch it back on. Wasn't my greatest moment, but I made it work. 250 degrees Fahrenheit, 3 or 4 minutes. That's all you need. I just use paraffin wax. I don't use a mix. I just use paraffin wax. It's not too complicated. Now, one thing you could do is the fingertip and thumb both need to be shaped. Here, I have decided to shape them after I've waxed them, which isn't exactly the best way to do it. You can see some of my leather cracks on the thumb. Oh, magic. And you could probably water form them a couple days ahead of time and then let them dry and then wax them, which would be the optimal way to do it. But, you know, I'm shooting a video, I'm rushing through. This may not seem like the obvious choice. Don't burn your leather like that. Give me a break. This may not seem like the obvious choice to stitch it in that way, but it really makes it sit nicely, so I would recommend it. Here I am screwing up my frickin' clamshell, and there it is fixed. Lots of paracord in this build. If you don't like paracord, I'm sure you can figure out another way to strap things up. I just am a big fan of paracord. It lasts quite a while. It's really easy to use. And it's not too glaring. You know, at a distance, nobody's going to know what you're doing. There you go. I'm gonna throw another video right up here for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, obviously, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future content, and leave a comment down below for the algorithm. And until next time, keep on being creative in whatever it is you do.